Welcome everyone, this is Michi here and welcome to the second testing session together with Ben Clausen. So he has done some practice last week together with me and I sent him off in a 152.250 and he got in some further practice. He has done some more testing on what he actually learned and now we are sitting back here in the server in the session, having another go, so we'll restart in the weekend and come back to the session here around the Silverstone circuit. Once again, we're sitting in the Formula Renault 3.5, very same track, very same conditions, and now we are enjoying a full hour and 15 minutes maybe of practicing all together. So, Ben, you ready?
I'm ready.
So I'm pretty sure you got loaded your setup already and be ready to go.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I'm very interested to see what you can do out of the box. So I'm already watching. You can already go, I guess.
Okay. Let's get going then.
So I'll be very much interested indeed what Ben is able to do now. As yeah, last time around, a 152.25 was quite a bit some progress in those conditions, and obviously now I'm very much interested to see him improve and see him do better. And if you're wondering why I'm looking to the left hand side right now, this is due to the fact I am taking notes on the computer directly, so I don't have to do the work twice. And then we're gonna see how much of an improvement we got. He's still trying to get in the groove. I do know he has done some little testing beforehand, but obviously getting back into the business means quite getting ready for everything. Right. Trying to not mix up two sets of keyboards. Let's see what the first lap's gonna be. Lovely turn 1, that's for sure. Good turn 2. Already way improved. Can definitely turn a bit more through 5. Oh, sorry, that is 4. To get a more tight apex. A bit too early for 7. He's trying to manage the speed very good in that hairpin and that 180 right-hander to get it right, so I do like seeing that. I do see a lot of progress here. Cox corner, turn 9. Can work a little on that. Lovely. So for those of you who have watched the first episode, massive improvements already. That looks way better than on his 52.2. He's still a little reluctant to turn the wheels sometimes. Needs to quite a bit balance the car with the brakes, try to make more use of the track, but he has improved massively. So the practice he's done in that last week definitely got him somewhere, and now very eager to find out a 151.066. That's what we're gonna start with. Too hard over the inside curb. Yeah, that looks also a little bit better through a turn 4. So for turn 1, we're gonna note on the entry not too early, because if you're a mid corner too far on the inside, wanna clip that curb. Over exaggerate a little bit for 6. Anyway, we keep going. Very smooth there. Have a look at the live timing. He's done a purple first sector despite his error in turn 1, so that is actually how good you can see. About his skills or his improvement in turn 3 and 4. Marginal, but also sector 2 has been purple, and I think he was so impatient around that turn 17-18 club corner. A little too aggressive. May want to cut the clip the curb here. Well, that looks very good so far. I want to see another smooth turn 6 before I start intervening, because turn 6, 7, Brooklands and Luffield, that is where we can improve a fair lot just by driving lines. And also we may want to just focus on cornering speeds when we're talking about Maggots, Becketts and Chapel. So turn 10 to 14. He's a bit too impatient there for 7. So let's have a look. Turn 10, the left-hander. The approach wasn't that bad. Alright Ben, give me another lap and then we go to box for a little discussion, a little feedback.
Yeah, okay.
Try to be smooth on the inputs, and if I can give you a hint for turn 7, that is the 180-degree right-hander before the old start-finish straight. Release the throttle fully in the middle of the corner for a second to let the car turn back in towards the curb. Try and do that.
Okay, I will.
Very good turn 3. Turn that wheel. It's pretty okay, but you still can turn it more. we just need to work on the timing there. And that is about everything that needs to be done there. The actual line is pretty good. Let me see packets. Yeah, he's slowing way too much down for that turn. Turn 13. Nevertheless though, quite a good lap time till here. Don't think he's gonna be his 51.0. Depends on the final sector a lot. Which he has done pretty good, so a 150.380. I'll just let him drive to not destroy a lap, as long as it's pretty good, and that looks pretty good so far. They're all gonna be down to turn 4, turn that wheel, yeah, bend correctly, and now get a nice exit. That must be a purple sector. 29.379 is to beat. 29.124, that is indeed purple. Little twitchy on the brake, so we want to move the brake bias a little to the front maybe. Yeah, better, still a little too impatient. Still a little too impatient, but way better there. You purple, keep on going. Was a nicely cops. Let's see, he slows down to 130 in that corner. I need to look back what it was before. Second sector though, 48.498. Another purple middle sector. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're ditching into the 49s if you keep that going. Even the 48s, we're gonna smash the 49s by a mile. If the last sector is just as good as before. Let's see. Close! 49.4. And he lost 3/10 in the final sector, so not entirely purple. Anyway,
There we go.
doesn't look too bad for the beginning, definitely. So there is a lot more detailed work we need to do right today. Since last week we got you into the basics, and this week we're gonna get you into the details, which help you a lot more driving. Before we go on though, what is your current brake bias, please?
What is it? 57.43.
Okay. I see you still struggle in the entry of turn 6, like with an oversteer snapping, with a snap oversteer wheel, rear end. You could still go a little bit further towards the front with the brake bias if you feel comfortable in the other sections still. That is only for now, as when talking about race cars, the minimum. But you want to have the weight as central as possible in order to slow the car down at all 4 tires at the very same rate, more or less. They're a very different type of cars, like in iRacing, the Porsche 911 GT3. That car is driven with a front brake bias of 41%, so you are braking a lot more in the rear.
Because all the weight is over the back.
Exactly, because of that, and also you want to make the car turn, so with the rear tires starting to look up a little bit, you get turned into the car. However, that is not how you want to drive a Formula car. A Formula car usually is pretty stiff in the back and soft and rolling in the rear, so it can follow the front. Because the front and all its downforce and the direction changes are so strong that you really need a a good soft rear that's been able to handle the sideways force, because also in the F1 car or in the Formula car, the weight is all at the back. So you don't want to unsettle the rear end too much. So for Formula cars, you may move the braking bias as centered as possible, but more towards the front. In your case though, since you're struggling a lot into turn 6, I would recommend to try 58.0, if that is a possible setting. Let me quickly see.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and put it 58.0. What is your maximal brake pedal force right there?
68 at the moment.
68. How would you try feeling it, or how would you feel trying it, that is the right sentence, how would you feel trying it, putting it at 74?
74, yeah, well, we'll give it a try.
So the braking's gonna be way more aggressive, but you've been able to brake a little later at some time. It's gonna get you some time to get used to it, that's for sure. Beyond that, brake map 120. I'm not quite sure how it works in the car, but you may wanna wait unless you're entirely lifting off the throttle there in turn 7. It doesn't make a difference differential wise. Gonna tell you about it very soon. Alright, I just gonna go with you quickly through what I have seen so far. For turn 1, it's very important, and you've noticed this in I think it was your third lap, where you clipped the inside curb of turn 1 way too much, and then the
Yeah.
car bounced and jumped. Try to only hit it at the colored point, so the black and gray stuff, not the orange sausage curb. So that's for turn 1. Turn 2 and turn 3, pretty much brilliant, especially turn 3. That looks really, really good. The only thing you can try and do is take in a little bit more apex, so trying to get closer to that curb. And that also applies for turn 4, but turn 4 in general, you could sometimes turn in a little more. On the other side, if you slow down that much, the car's going to be fine going around.
Yeah, that's why I was going a little bit wider. I know I need to clip that inside a little bit more, but with the other one, the way I come out, if I turn in a little bit more, I see that I scrub off a little bit of speed. So that's why I was taking it a little bit off, but
Okay.
it keeps the car a bit less scrubbing off.
Yeah, that is fair enough. You're gonna get it right pretty soon. Also turn 5, that is that little left kink before you go towards Brooklands. Try to really put the two left-hand wheels on that little curb that comes out. Like I'm going to go back in a lap here real quick to see. So when you rewatch the video, you're aware of what I mean. Gonna take it from the onboard, and just as you go through here, you're leaving just a good meter of room to the left hand side. If you want to look at the tape right now, it is lap 6, position 694. That is the tape position. If you want to quickly go to that. You know how to do it?
No clue.
You maximize the window, and at the very bottom you find a little bar, a little orange bar, and you're gonna move that more towards the left, and then you're spooling through your video. And if that doesn't work, you press R, the R button for one time, and then it gets you in a replay mode.
Yeah, and what position you said it was?
Position 698. Or make it 694.4.
Yeah, and then the left-hander you said.
Exactly, that left-hander. If you look right here, and then go forward to 59. If you press the arrow, the downwards arrow on your keyboard, you go in slow mo. then you're gonna see you're gonna miss that curb by half a meter or something. And I think in lap 5 it has been even more severe. Let me quickly look at the tape. Because that is where surely a 10th is going to be located.
Yeah. I know where that is. That's if I go out too far and go too soon on the throttle, there's a bump there. And it spins me out every time.
I hear you. So what you may want to do, because when you come out of turn 4, you want to maybe stick a little bit longer to the exit curb to then have a nice and soft turn into 5, and then you can stick it all the way down full throttle, because last time you sort of lifted on the exit because you were fearing of going too wide, clearly, or maybe you tried turning the wheel a little more, trying to force the car a little around the turn, despite I said never force the car to do something it doesn't want to. But in that occasion it might be just giving it a little bit of more of turning, and then it will help you a lot better through the turns. I'm pretty sure of that. Also, if you go, got further questions? First time.
No, I'm just seeing now what you come up with.
Okay.
See if we can get that into practice.
So, furthermore, I'm not sure whether it's too much, but I just give you a brief help, or trying to. I'm surely saying in Luffield, that is turn 7, surely there is half of, or even 3/4 of a second located right there. And I'm going to tell you why. Look at tape position 556.7.
556.7.
Just very vastly 0.7, yeah. We're gonna spool a little forward, like 2/10 or something, and I'm gonna show you even more. Right in that perspective, right now you're heading 105 kph, second gear, little bit of throttle. Car looks alright because the overall heading looks good. However, if you go forward to 57 point, make it 4, 55, sorry, 557.4. That is the timestamp we're gonna look for right now.
Yeah.
You see the curb on the right hand side in the mirror is completely gone, at least for my field of view and seat position, but you see that the car is more heading off track rather than towards the apex or towards the curb. That you can clearly see. Yeah. And you still see you're heading 102 kph and you're still giving a little bit of throttle. In that moment, when you release the throttle fully, which you do a good second afterwards, no, not a good second, 557.8, look at that.
Yeah, I'm completely lifted, 102, 103.
Yeah, exactly, I have 104 still, but you are straight away heading towards the gravel. As you can see, like for me in my settings, the curb is completely gone. I have no insight view on what is on the right hand side of the car, what is to the right. You might surely hold on. How do I do that without? Yeah, you are like 1.5 car width surely of that apex or of that curb. Go back into the cockpit. That is good. So now you have lifted off the throttle, which is absolutely the right thing to do in that situation. And you drop the speed to a 99 kph, 558.8 on the timestamp, 558.1. and then you already go and apply throttle, and that is your actual, I don't want to call it mistake because it's just natural. You try to carry as much speed as you want to or as you can, but this is just a bit too early. So the car even slows down to 97, but then speeds up to, well, okay, even 96. But then you give it like 20% of throttle, look at 558.7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here I see I give it a bit of throttle.
Exactly, and if you would not have given it any throttle whatsoever, the car would have, just from its car dynamics, the engine brake would have slowed down the car in the back furthermore. The engine brake only works when you're off throttle. And in the moment where the engine brake applies, you're gonna have that little bit of braking in the rear, which makes the car turn.
Okay.
If you, that is a very interesting, hold on. That is a very interesting, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna have to some sort of show it to you afterwards in a little drawing. But if you would do that corner in gear or in neutral with the very same speed, I'm gonna guarantee you the car that is in gear is gonna be quicker around the corner than the car in neutral, because that moment when you, I mean, obviously with accelerating out of the corner again rather than with just rolling to the exit, because then the neutral car is quicker because there's no resistance of the gear. But we're not speaking about that right now. If you're turning and you're in neutral, the car, all four tires are some sort of like free, they're independent, they are not being braked, they're not being slowed down, they are just, they have their laziness of the physics mass, so they are just going the way they go, and their only slowdown is the rubbing and the friction of the tarmac. However, if you are in gear, the rear tires are still attached to the drivetrain, and with the drivetrain slowing down and giving more resistance, the rear tires not only being slowed down by friction, but also from the resistance of the rear, well, of the drivetrain itself, of the gears, of the differential, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being done to the rear axis, the rear tires being slowed down while the front tires are still, well, being not slowed down, and that itself gives the rear tires a little bit less grip. As you know, tires are only able to change direction or to carry lateral grip or lateral forces when they are not blocked, and the rear tires tend to, like, minimum, very minimum, a little bit of blocking. It is surely not sensible or feelable, but that little blocking or that little slowdown effect in the rear end makes the car rotate, and that is exactly what is missing in that corner. If you release the throttle fully for a second longer or something, yes, the car's gonna slow down to 90 kph, but I'm gonna tell you, if you are looking, if you're looking forwards and get in with a tape to, let's say, 560. Yep, 560. Just go slow down and see where your car is pointing to. It points still towards the gravel trap and to the beginning of the exit curb. If you would have gone off the throttle and still waited for the car to turn further more to the right and maybe drop the kph to the speed to 80 kph or something, the car would have turned like 20 to 25 degrees more. And
then I could go full throttle with an almost straight steering wheel.
More or less, not entirely full throttle. I mean, that is, yeah, it would probably be possible. And no offense, until you can do that, that has taken you 1,000th lap of practice and a car that you fully trust. But literally, in your conditions right now, 560.0 the timestamp, you give it 25% of gas. At that point, you would be half throttle already in the other direction and surely gain the 20 kph of speed in half a second, even less less quick maybe, even more quick maybe. And let's just go on with the tape and see how long it takes until you've hit full throttle. Let's stop again 560.8. That is surely in the other way, where you're short before full throttle and where you've gained up all the speed. And in your case, you have to wait from 560.8 until 561. You hit full throttle right on 562.0. So that is over a second later. Yeah. And remember, as we were speaking about, slow in, fast out of the corner. That is where you lose all the time. If you get a more solid exit, you're gonna gain 2 or 3 tenths over the course of the straight, just because of a better exit. Yeah. And when we speak about slow in, fast out, this turn 7 is some sort of a special case, because you go considerably fast in, then to really slow down, hit a very late apex. I'm also gonna paint that. Well, I don't mean paint, but I'm gonna crop that to you what the actual racing line is there. Gonna take a picture, a photograph later, and do some Photoshop in it, and get it out to you so you can see what should be the actual racing line. And then you're gonna see the actual apex in the middle of the corner is not where you want to hit it. You want to hit that apex so late and so delayed, I want to say, that you get a perfect exit towards that straight. And that is the task we're going to focus on now for the next couple of minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, I just let you go. Also,
still there?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Sorry. I'll just let you go out again. Also try to go a little bit later towards the apex of 6. With Brooklands, that is the approachable turn, or the approaching turn for that turn 7 we just spoke about. By doing so, that is the very same nature of the corner. Actually, this turn 6, you know that it is super open and super quick at the beginning, and then the actual apex with the cones on the inside, that is where you want to be at the curb. And you have to some sort of draw the same picture for a continuously right-hand turn of Luffield. It's just Luffield does not have the characteristica or the characterism of the actual turn to display you where you want to hit that curb. So you have to some sort of manage it yourself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I go out a little bit wider and then come into the corner a bit more.
Exactly, that, and turn 6 gives you the visual reference for it, because you can see that this apex is so late into the left-hand turn, whereas turn 7, that is literally the same angle, the same radiator, not radius, sorry, the same radius at every single time of the corner, so you have to some sort of manage the turn visually yourself by going and some sort of individual line through that turn 7. But you're going to find it out, you're going to fiddle it out. We're going to go a lot more, and we're really going to focus on that turn 7. And I'm probably going to be hammering the feedback button, but turn 7 is really where you surely lose a second. And then we're also going to talk about turn 13, turn 14, where you're still a little bit of, I can feel anxiousness and fear that the curb and the bump is going to take you out turn 13 before going down to Copse. And here the very same principle applies. You slow down so much that you surely lose half a second overhanger straight just from going too slow out of turn 14. So we're going to work on that next up. But first things first, that is turn 7. Here we go. So much talking from me, and I'm going to be quite interested to see whether he can really turn that into a good result. Yep, turn 5 is definitely improved. And he might fail a lot now. 5, 6, 7, 8 times. He really needs to take his time. And I'm gonna analyze the approach very much. So good. See, that is exactly it. And if you get that managed to be a fluent run and a fluid rhythm, that is surely going to give you half a second on lap time. No doubt. I would even say a second. Sadly, I'm missing the 20 sector slopes that real Formula 1 has right now. I only have 3. But he does have the lap time delta. And I want to be explained what the delta is doing. You have the lap time delta turned on, haven't you?
Yeah, but I just came out of the pit, so it's not telling me anything.
Yeah, exactly. But when you go into your next lap and do that turn 7 correctly, see what the delta does. I don't want to distract him too much from driving, but he really should see a direct benefit of his better driving. It's not because I want to know how much quicker he gets with it. I mean, of course I want to, but first of all, I want to give him the victory over the new knowledge. Oh, that is the main gist right now. And take that turn 5 tighter. Yeah. Could still be a little tighter. Nonetheless, let's have a look. Sector 2 approaching. A 30.1 in the first sector, that is just 3 or 4 tenths off. Let's see how he does that turn 7 now. Now he was too late. Now you did it too late, you felt it?
Yeah. So that came in a little bit different as well.
Exactly. You know, I was surprised the way you took it in your out lap, to be honest. You will need up to 5, 6, 7, 8 or even more laps to get it entirely right, so take your time. Try the very same with here. That is a little quicker than you did beforehand. But we're gonna analyze Chapel a lot later. Since you just need to carry a little more speed through there, because the car can take it and you can handle it as well. Because the actual driving line is good there. You just need to maintain that driving line, and then you're not going to be harmed by the bumps. Very good turn 4. Missed a little off turn 5. Well, the first sector was solid. Something in the 29s, I'm pretty sure. 29.4. That is nearly purple. So let's see. Now you're going a little too slow into the corner. You can still go the very same speed into the corner as beforehand, just slow down longer in the middle. That is exactly what you did. What you did different in your out lap compared to beforehand, and now you're going too slow into the turn 7 itself.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hit that line a little bit too much.
Yeah. I agree. No worries. Basically was a good approach, just a little bit too aggressive.
Too quick.
Yeah,
Too quick
and too
on the
quick.
gas.
Yeah. What you need to know about Formula cars, you need to be gentle and fluid and soft with inputs, and the car's gonna be fine. So let's have a look. Don't open the steering at that point. The moment you went with the steering a little bit more to the straight, you took away the turning momentum of the car. If you would have kept it, you would have done it perfectly. Not perfectly, but
Okay.
but very solid for beginning. And if you feel you want to have new tires because of flat spot, just press escape and go again. Also, what I would yeah.
Yeah.
What I would like.
The tires still feel good, so.
Okay, great. What I would also like you to do, I mean, we're focusing hard on turn 7, but at the very same time, you can also try taking a little more speed through turn 14. Just as we go, you know, we're not focusing on it, but you can also already try it to try and stay on the line, but carry a little bit more speed, because the car can do it and you can do it. Just slightly increase, go quicker and quicker through that turn 14, the right-hander at the end of the combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just did it too late again. You released the throttle at some point, then you the car is turning, then you gave it a little bit of throttle since you were too early, and then you forgot the point of releasing it again.
Yeah.
This might probably be also, if you want to have a look from the outside again, just also feel free to always say, "Hey Michi, go out on track and show me how to do it," or show me what you mean exactly.
I'll give it another try and then.
Yep, that is fair enough. I'm just not gonna do many laps anyway. It's just so you can see what I'm doing differently.
There we go.
Yep. Off. On.
Yeah, so a lot earlier than I'm thinking.
Yeah, it is. You know, don't get distracted or don't get let you down from like failing 15, 20, 25 times, or even be slower at the beginning. I've tried to adapt my own driving after 12 or 13 years, and it took me like half a year to get that detail change in my mind and get my brain into new rhythm. So there has been studies of scientists, and they found out that the human body, or the human nature, the human mind, takes 66 days of adaptation in order to get used to something new. So let's say you get up in the morning 9 AM. If you want to go up regularly 8 AM, you have to do it 66 times until your body or your mind says, this is standard, this is normal, this is 8 o'clock, I'm going to be awake. Takes 66 days, so don't get frustrated if you don't get it right in 66 minutes just yet. And just keep going. This has also been interesting for me. Now in the last lap around, he reacted really good on my shoutings, and I think he had that some kind of okay, that's how it's been done effect, and I'm really looking forward to see. The car's still a bit twitchy, but it's overall okay. Let's see how he does it. Yeah. And what's the delta doing?
Sorry?
Is the delta dropping to your favor?
Yeah, it dropped a little bit.
Yeah, so that is basically, that is the start of doing it right. And at some point you're going to do it even more fluently. So first sector was half a second off. Let's see how he manages turn. He still slows down very much.
And this dropped it significantly.
Yeah, but I'm still sure you can go a little quicker there. I mean, I agree you've done a purple middle sector by 1.5 tenths. But surely if you keep practicing those two lines, you're gonna find a second. Also this turn 17, he takes it a bit too quick and too late, the apex itself. Here you want to be a little bit early apexing in that turn 17 in order to get a straight exit. But that is only minor time loss here in the overall context. So we're focusing on the points where our biggest weaknesses are, which right now is turn 7, turn 14. He attacked turn 5 a little better, very fluent, surely a 29 in the first sector. Yeah, just a 10th missing from being purple. Or actually 2/10, sorry. Well, let's have a look, turn 7. And slow down. Very good. You're definitely going in the right direction, man.
It's a really different way of driving through that corner.
Yep. You have to some sort of redraw that corner visually on the track.
Yeah.
And that should have found him another 10th. That looked pretty okay. 48.1 in the middle sector, 2/10 purple. So if he gets sector 1 right, he's going to improve massively. That Stowe corner looked good. That looked very good. Is it a new PB? Yes it is! Improvement by a 10th. So here we go. I think we've made up our way towards a better lap time. I mean, too bad.
A little bit too quick.
Not bad though. You definitely improved your lap time in the middle sector so much that you had an overall improvement despite your your sector 1 was off 3/10. So there's definitely been progress made.
Just got a few laps in.
Yeah. Off throttle. Too late. If you're gonna watch that video back then later, I'm always saying like off throttle without you can hear it, and then you see how much later you decide to let the throttle off. And if you get that feeling right, don't try to put it on like, okay, he does it so early, so I'm guessing he would do it right now. Try to get a feeling for what the car actually would do if you would have done earlier.
Well, I can see it's wanting to turn in a lot more. You get a lot of more rotation out of the car when I lift the throttle now.
Yeah, exactly. And you just need to find the right point where to do it. I mean, I do not... If I go 60 laps around here, or 56 laps, or 52 it is, the race distance, surely I'm gonna have 3 or 4 laps where I do not 100% accurately. But at some point, as I said, with the human body adjusting, you're gonna get a feeling from it when it's right to do.
Yeah.
Come on, we go into the 48ers, you can do it. So I'm gonna remain silent now as far as good as I can, and I want to see him go into the 38s. Sector 1 looks good so far. Turn that wheel, that also looks good. May want to stay in second gear there. I'm not sure how the Formula Renault operates in that area. So 29.1 is the PB, 29.3, not a bad sector. Too early in the apex here again. He compromises that a lot now for turn 7. He's just too late again. So it's not going to be an improvement this lap. But I'll just let him try to feel that point. And now we also try focusing going a little quicker through turn 14. Just very, very little margin more. Yeah, exactly. And you can go like half a second or second early on the throttle. If you go a little wide there, that's not a biggie. The most important thing there is you carry speed. A little bit too far on the inside. Doesn't matter right now. Don't go too fast. Okay, kept it good. Yeah, stay in second gear. That is a lot better. Gonna remind him on that in the future. Sector 1. That should be purple, to be honest. Yeah, purple sector 1. And off the throttle. He's trying a bit more. I just let him do. He's on his way to find it out himself. Like right now, he realized it half a second earlier than last lap. I didn't lose too much time. And now he lost it completely. No worries, mate. All fine. That was a little quicker in the traveling speed. I'm pretty sure that second gear is quicker there. You see, you missed the 1 meter to the apex of 5 again.
Yeah.
Still at 26.4. Let's see how he can do. Turn 7 now. And off throttle. Yeah. That looks better.
That was a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Even less bait of the corner.
Absolutely. That was a very good improvement. Ooh, yeah. Too hard there. Yeah, you went too hard over the
over the curve
of 12, yeah.
That's my tyres then. That's flat spot.
Okay, fair.
Let's try that again.
Okay. If you do that in exactly 1 second earlier, it's gonna be pretty good.
Even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we also try focus on that turn 14. And that occasion I would say keep it half% or halfway throttle here. So you slow down, and you slow down, and you turn, and you give it halfway throttle here, all over there. So the car just keeps going. And that is an occasion where you surely not need to lift off for the rotation, but you need to keep the throttle going for the car's willingness to accelerate. Good luck, man, you can do it. I know he can do 48. I so much know it. I'd even say he can do 47s if he gets the lap entirely done.
Got a bit of a frame stutter there.
Oh, I hear ya. Also, you're doing it very good in turn 4 to keep in second. You found that out about yourself. I was just wondering in that one lap whether second would not be a better and safer option, and the next lap you automatically kept it in second, which was good for that turn 4. So I recommend trying to stick in fourth and try to find a good way through it in second, sorry.
I need to brake later for this corner.
Yeah, remember you got a little bit more braking force now. So let's see, 130 he usually does.
A little bit too wide.
Yep, but that was like 15 kph quicker than what you've done before. So if you find the right balance of going not too wide there, but trying to keep the 140 average speed, that gains you another 2 or 3 tenths, I'm pretty sure. And this is how you go and step up, and you try to optimize every part of the track. He's done that better now, apart from the exit slide, obviously. So set the turn sector 1.
That was on the curb zone, I guess.
Compromised, so you don't want to touch that curb, basically. Need to tell him that afterwards. So for now, I just keep.
At least I'm getting better and catching the car when it slides.
Yeah, I agree. Just try to keep away from those curbs then, because those curbs really be a pain in the butt for that car. I agree. So let's see, that is a good...
Still do a lot later there.
Yeah, I hear ya. You know what, the next thing that we will do is setting up Motec and compare those files.
Okay.
But we're gonna do that for the next session. Since that would take a little time to get in and get it set up. I'm sure you can do 48s if you focus really on what you're doing. Just try.
I'm gonna give it a try now.
Yeah, just try and focus and concentrate, and I'm gonna be silent as well. Nice catch. Hopefully that didn't lit up the tire too much. Saw that coming. And if you've got questions, don't hesitate to put them out of your.
Where would you brake? Would you brake at the flag house? No, that's too late.
No, a little before that board, a little before that board marker there. If you would have kept the second part of gas away, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah. Carry a little bit more speed into the corner. And
yeah. What you basically
exactly
what you basically want to do, focus on turn 14 for now. Yeah, too late again. Nevertheless, yeah. What you basically want to do for turn 7 is enter it a bit too quick, then go off the throttle, let it roll, let it rotate, and then get on the throttle again. That is the real movement you want to do. And if you are real good at it, you also start using the brakes doing so to keep the to not roll the car, but also use the brakes. But we don't want to use that right now because that would make you spin probably at the minute. Come on, show me that 48. Probably building a little bit of pressure on him right now, which I want and don't want at the same time. Mid-29s, I guess, in the sectoring. Yeah, 29.3. That is the extreme way, but that is actually right. Just go not too wide right there, just a little less, like middle of the track. But apart from that, that was pretty good.
Oh, it rotated on the fact that I lifted, so
yeah, exactly. That
I'm
is
getting
what
the idea.
That is what you need to feel. That also didn't look too shabby. So sector time 48.8. Oh, he's 7/10 away from his personal best, but I'm pretty sure he can do it.
That's a lot better. Just taking it too wide every time.
I hear you.
Ah, come on. Ah.
Yeah. So, wanna go? Okay, go again.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
If you want to go again, you can go. You've started to really see and to really think about what I was on about, and that is good to see.
Well, that's why I want to, you know, if you start explaining why, I will. After that, I will try to put it in, and then after that, I have to refine it again.
Yeah.
At least I now see why certain things are happening with the car, and it makes me able to, after that, practice again and see if I can get ahead of it and implement it into the driving.
Yeah, it will take some time, but you can do it. I'm pretty sure about that. Lift, 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 and on. Yeah, it's getting better there. It is sometimes it is difficult to feel. So for that turn, you really need practice, 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 practice. There's nothing that can be done in a good hour. So we want to again focus on 13 and 14. Don't go too wide out of 13 to not compromise it too hard for 14. Try to stick on the inside and then turn around and throttle, 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 throttle. Can give it a little bit of earlier, just in the very same manner, just half a second before. You're gonna go a little more wide.
I felt that I was too late.
Yeah. But you're getting it right, pretty sure. And if you focus yourself a lot, I'm so sure you can do a 47. No joke, man. I mean, you have a 49.3. You're gonna find a second in turn 7, and you're gonna find half a second in turn 14, and there you are. Good luck, man. Happy about that short shift, that just gave him the right stability. Slow down. Yeah. Turn, turn, turn. Yeah, okay, okay. You can't hear me, by the way. Low 29 in sector 1. Not entirely, 29.5. That looks like a bit of a better turn 6. Now turn 7. Lift, lift. Yeah. Yes, indeed. He's getting there. Surely. And he's gonna see it at some point on the Motec files. That soon starts to make sense being compared at. Yeah, that was quicker. I'm pretty sure that middle sector is a 47.7. 4/10 purple than what he has done before. So he's actually on a verge to get into those 48s. Depends on the final sector. You probably would need to find a 10th or 2. But the combined sectors surely look good. Let me have a look at the combined sectors. As he's doing a 48.6. Yes! Good job. Brilliant stuff. So that indeed was a purple final sector. 47.708 in the middle sector. And a 31.416 in the first sector. I know he did a 29.1 in the first sector. Well, that gets us up. I need to calc. Oh! Nearly a purple first sector. Oh man, get that lap together. You can do it. Lift, 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 and throttle. Yeah! You see guys, he's going at it. He's finally trying and making his work, adjusting his mind to that turn 7. And he's doing a really good job at the minute. This is the second consecutive time he got it some sort of right. And the more he will get through it, the more right he will get it. And now take that speed with you. Yeah, just a little too late on the apex, on the throttle, but still 47.6.
Wasn't a good 14, but
no, but still it's an overall purple sector. He knew it. He knew it already himself that his 14 wasn't the best. That is a very important step. Because that will mean he will improve fairly a lot. Also that final third sector looks pretty okay so far. I think he can do it for another improvement. So close! Oh man, he can do it. He can feel it. That is the fastest he ever went, by the way. I knew he did some 48.5s in practice, but he never went in a 48.1. That is for sure. Very lovely turn 4. Yeah, he improved in the middle sector by a 10th. And in the final sector by just half a 10th. First sector is good again. Now he's starting to get the rhythm of the track. It's interesting, you know, some people say Silverstone, yeah, and he starts to get that turn 7 right. Oh, I'm so happy. You know, people say Silverstone is a fairly easy track, on which I agree. Because if you got that some sort of natural feel, you're gonna find out and figure out the lines pretty quick. But it is a very hard track to learn if you're coming from a KD, as you can see, or if he gets that turn right. Oh, and he does. Wow, that will blast his second sector, purple second sector, and another improvement by 700th of a second. I can stop noting down the purple sectors because purpley, not purpley, sector wise he has hit that 47 already. Pretty sure of that. We need to do the final research on it. Let's see how the third sector compels. Yeah, he lost it a little bit too much there in club. Oh, lovely turn 3. If he gets that turn 4, good. Turn it around. Yeah, very well kept here. I have to say, very well kept. As I'm trying to figure out the sector times. 29.1. He's also in the verge of getting into the 28s there. Let's see, turn 7. Keep off the throttle and get on the throttle. He is doing it every lap better. As he is just taking a different line, so he learned just a new way to get through the corner and learned a new way and a new kind of type of driving through that corner. Does it work? Does it not work? Try and error. Also get that 13 right, get throttle, oh, a bit too late, it's not going to be a purple middle sector. Yeah, he loses 4/10 in here, so finally that gets me into the verge of calculating his virtual PB. Looks good to me though, as far as I'm aware. He just misses a little out the speed here. Nonetheless, across the line he goes. Was that a purple final sector? Yes, it was. He does not let me have a break. So he keeps improving sector by sector. And before he outscores that time again, I'm trying to get the lap time in, and indeed we are at a 1:47.9. So he's able to do it. He got it in his car, he got it in his hands. Despite he was not optimal there. That is a very interesting and very important process of learning. So he did it like 2 or 3 times right. Then he went 1 time too wide, and then okay, I need to do it more short, don't run too wide, and then he kept it too short, so he was not too wide in the middle of the track, so to say. And I'm pretty sure for next lap we're gonna find an adaptation again with him going just the right way. Very natural. You're gonna get better lap by lap by lap. Just on a side note, your consistency is good. Last couple of the last 4 laps have been between 148.6 and 148.1. So all in between. Actually,
that's good news.
A 48.2, 48.4, 48.1, 48.6. That probably is going to be a 49. Yep, 49.4. Obviously I talked to him, but still, he's getting at it. So that is what you can do with a week of practice. Remember last time he struggled very hard. He was doing the 54s, and he was struggling very hard to get into the 52s. And in the end he made it eventually, and I actually want to see him so badly do the 47s. 29.3 in sector 1, so he's 2/10 off his PB. See, as I said, he went too wide, then went not wide enough, and now went about right wide, so to say. So that is how learning is. You do it by try and error. You try, oh, you go too wide, let's go shorter. Oh, you didn't go wide enough. Okay, let's go a little wider again, but not too wide, and then you're gonna end up in the right line at some point. And same goes for turn 14, as he does it right there and gives it now throttle. Yeah, better, not perfect just yet. 47.9, he loses half a second out there. I could bet the tires are going down a little. And I'm not going to change too much of a setup right now. But what I'm going to do later is going to rebuild that set, so I'm on the very same setup, and see what his suspension and stuff is like for the next session. 49.2, that's no problem. Yeah, you start to overdrive the car now a little bit. Probably your tires are already down a bit, so that they won't give you full speed. You're feeling more comfortable now?
Well, I can feel I can hit it and try to move braking points and just getting my feeling for it now.
So what I wish you to do is go out on a fresh set of tyres and try again. Because those tyres after 6 laps, they have been scrubbed a little, so we just want to go from scratch again. I mean, you have done 6 consecutive laps without a spin, which is great. Sector-wise, I've noted down your optimal sectors. Guess what?
No.
147.9.
147. So if I would string it together, it would be a 147.
Exactly. You're not far off anyway. It's a 48.1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What I'll do is I'll make a cup of coffee, get a little bit of rest, and I'll come back again.
Okay.
Relax my hands a little bit.
Sure. Also, if you want me to go out then while you rest, that is totally fine. Just note me if you want to or not to.
Yeah. If you go out, I'll look at it and see maybe if I can see something what I'm doing wrong.
Okay.
That would be great.
Right. So that is what we're gonna do, and that means I'm gonna quickly get my gear up here, and
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna get my gear up. When doing the office work, I'd like to sit a little higher than what I usually do when being in the simulator. Right, that means I will also get him into the looks of Motec a little by the end of the session, as I do have a little nice feature where I can host the where is the second? No, I don't need this actually. Where I can host and share a screen, and we're gonna have a little look into Motec of what I'm doing right here, and then he will see me getting the turn right quite a bit. Only problem is he does not have the Motec files right there, so he cannot really see the difference into first place, but we're gonna care about that later. So I'm gonna get him the Motec done as well. Right now I'm just sitting here talking, and while I'm talking and as he is able to see that video just like you guys do, I'm gonna also talk a little bit more about this braking stuff. I probably should get up something on the screen so you can see my pedal inputs next time. Okay, need to get a little feel for the car. So I'm gonna look at my best lap together with him later on in the replay tape, and then I think it becomes pretty apparent to him where he's losing the big time. Also, I do know turn 14 he takes with an average speed of around 135, 140 meanwhile. Let's see what we're doing here when going through there. So around 160, 170. So that is, if you get the feel right. Obviously, with him coming from Need for Speed, not having the feel
There's
just
me
yet.
back again.
Okay. I'm already out on the track, so feel free to hop in my cockpit there and make sure you got the pedal inputs visible.
Just a second. There we go. Yeah.
So I'm starting my first lap. Okay, I missed turn 3. Yeah, need to get into it a little bit first, but you will see very short. Have you seen how I take turn 5? Left-hand car fully over the curb. Now let's look for turn 6. Brake a little later. Okay, that is too late, sorry. Turn 7, you really go wide here, let the car roll and wait until it turns back towards the towards that curve. You can even stay in third there maybe. That would give you a little better traction, but since you're going a little slower through there anyway, second is fine for now. Turn 14, you take that in an average speed of 135. You can watch my speed so you can see what is possible through there. Not sure how far I dropped, but not far below 160, I guess. Are you here or are you away for coffee?
No, I'm here.
Okay, great.
I'm just listening.
Yeah, fine. I'll try to not keep too much talking now.
Concentrate on the lap.
Yeah, keeping the button pressed all the time is not as convenient. But I keep trying to. Also, you can try to go very soft turning inputs around here. Turn 1, turn 2. The softer you turn, the less resistance you put on the tires. Oh, I keep out braking myself. So for that turn 6, try to stay in the middle of the track while braking and then turn in very late, just like this. Stay in the middle, then turn in, be at the apex. Can also go wide because it doesn't really matter for that turn, as you're just turning around here. It's still quicker than what I did last time around. Last time the turn wasn't too bad. What you really have to find the rhythm is here through 10 and 11, and you stick in the inside here, 12, 13. Now I hit that stupid curve. I was not far enough on the inside line for the right-hander, and that is the dangerous part. Obviously, if you're not far enough on the inside when coming out of 12. Then 13 is just gonna jump you wide, as it did with me now. Also turn 17, that is the corner that's coming now, that one. You are, let's say, a little too early here on the curb. What you basically want to have to do, you're also trying to exit that corner in the middle way. And then you're gonna turn in sharp, put the car straight again, and you go a little wide. So you might not, you want to be close to the last corner's apex curb, but you want to carry more speed over that cause of full throttle here. It's just another long straight with some corners in it. Also, if you monitor the feed, you're gonna see me doing the braking stuff mid-corner to balance the car. Gonna see it here in turn 7 now. As you can see, the brake just unsettles the car a lot. So you have to be pretty precise, and you have to know exactly, what the car wants to do to anticipate it. Yep, not far enough on the inside for this turn 13 again. It just takes a little bit of time of me. At every corner you want to maximize the exit speed, so you compromise turn 16 to turn in sharp for 17 and then go full throttle early. That is just how you take a lot of speed with on that straight, and start the next lap with very high speed. Right now I'm already up 600s because of a very good exit out of the last turns. Okay, don't run over that curb, exit of 5. The car is just a little too low and it bottoms out on every curb literally, so only touch it with tyres if possible. Just not perfect yet, but we're getting there. The exit was a lot better. So 245 ahead at the intermediate, 370 while braking at Stowe, just because I had more exit speed. Tyres are giving up though.
The lap was a 1:44.36.
Okay. Well, I see a few things I can do something with.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to find that out actually. I'm just gonna finish that lap.
Yeah. Here I see you keep your steering a bit longer straight before you turn into that corner, so it gives you a bit more room to decelerate the car before you start turning the wheel.
Which turn you're talking about?
The one you just approached, the left-hander before the right follow-through.
The left-hander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that tightens off.
Okay. Gotcha. I will just go one lap again because I want to see really what is the benefit of the fresh tyres. Despite they are pretty cold in the beginning, so the out lap is pretty hard. So also is with the brakes. That is important for a race without formation lap, so be careful lap 1. There also the force feedback is pretty loose, which is a general feeling for the car being twitchy, having not that much grip.
No, that's one thing I taught myself. The first couple of corners when you come out of the pits is just to take it a bit slower and then slowly up to speed again.
Yeah. So right now I'm just trying to see what I can do around here in one lap real quick. So the next corner you were talking about, I kept the wheel straight. Is that here?
No, the left-hander before this.
Ah, okay. Cops corner. Yeah. Also, what you can do about Stowe is you also keep the wheel straight for long, stay in the middle, and then come towards the apex to the end. That is also a very quick line here through that corner. So let's see. That was a nearly perfect one. Right, it was a little too aggressive from the slide angle, but it was really quick. So 330, 340, 350, 355, 360 nearly. That is how long a good exit can speed you up. Well, that is probably one of the best things I can do around here. So I would say with the current car condition, maybe a 43.6.5. That is sort of the optimum there in that current condition. If you do a little bit of setup work, probably 42 is possible in race fuel. Well, that is just very extreme, and that is nothing that should let you go down. Because remember, last time we tried to get you in 10 seconds of distance, and meanwhile you're already below 5 seconds in distance of me. So that is your improvement. That is your net improvement of a full week.
Yeah. So, to be honest, I'm quite happy. I'm getting more comfortable getting around, and now it's just finding the balance between the little things
Very true. Very true.
To get more speed.
I would say you give it another 5 laps. 5 to 10 laps, and then we're done for today.
Okay, well, let's give it a try.
So, while I'm unassembling my wheel, he gets ready. And feel free to try the things you just saw. You will also see them with a lap time delta once the video's getting out. And then you can start learning from it. Sadly, you do not see my pedal inputs in the very specific situations. But I'm pretty sure that you have seen some differences to what you are doing. Once again, don't try using the brakes just yet. It will just unsettle the car and it will catch you by surprise. I'm 100% sure of that. Other than that, feel free to try different stuff, obviously.
Get him.
So now I'll get my book back up and see what to do. We're still going good. Change the timing again. So I'm so sure he can do a 47, and I'm so tempted to see him doing it. It's just for the sake of it, I know he can do it. Look at that again, because that looked odd. Yeah. Just don't try too much speed at the wrong angle. Actually, you were too far off the inside curb at 13, so that is what got you on the bumps there. Other than that, good luck, Matt. I'm sure you can do 47s. I'm so sure he can do it. Yeah, he's trying to do it soft around here, trying to learn it. It just, I know exactly what happens there on the other side right now. He just watched me, and it was like, yeah, that is exactly how to do it. And he also tried to get in the timing of when am I turning, how much of time is between those two corners. The problem is, with him being a good 10 kph slower, not because he could not go faster, but because it's more in his head right now, more in his mind to go a little more shy, to be a little bit more on the safety side. I mean, I threw the car out. I was on the limit very much. And yeah, watching, just doing it, probably it might look easy for him, the way I do it, with less turning and all that stuff. But obviously I got 13 years of sim racing experience, getting the turn-ins right. You know, when you turn on too late into a corner and need for speed, well, that's not that big of a difference in the end. And here in the simulation it is, sadly. So pretty sure that is going on through his mind right now. Oh, he's gonna get at it. He's come back from a break. Ah, look at that. Turn 1 was an improvement. Turn 3 is an improvement. Too early for turn 4, but he now sees that I have turned the wheel more into the actual turn. So let's see what this first sector is gonna be. 29.3, it's on the level he did before. Went quicker through 6, that is no problem whatsoever. Don't do the downshift right there. Yeah, that looks alright. It's not too bad. Definitely we go in the right direction. Very good. Just a little too late on the throttle again. 47.4. Purple middle sector. Well, not purple because I got the purples now, but it's his personal best, that's for sure. Personal best middle sector. So we're getting even quicker around here. Third sector, what's it gonna be? 31.2 is the best he did. 31.8. If he doesn't turn too late for turn 4 and gets a solid 3, just like that, Now get to turn 4 right, and it's gonna be purple S1. Not purple, but personal best. Could be close. 29.1 or 29.2 incoming. Is it quicker? 29.0. Personal best for him. Lovely turn 6. Yeah, that looks better. I'm pretty sure he's improving. He keeps improving. Sectors are pointing in the very right direction. I keep my fingers crossed. for his upcoming turn 10 to 14. Probably lost a bit there over Kops. That looks good. It's just, yeah. He copied my line there until turn 12 and lost out a little bit on the exit. 47.7, so that is 3/10 off his personal best there, despite a not too good Kops and also a not optimal turn 13-14. Stowe corner looked good though. If he can improve the final sector, which looks fairly good right now. If he doesn't, oh, it looks fairly good to become his personal best third sector. Yes, indeed, 31.209. That is a 30,000 surplus. Hence why he got in the personal best of 148.0. Oh, he might be fuming under his headphones. Lovely turn 4, so lovely. He might be fuming under his headphones. 20 thousandths of a second too slow for 48. 28.9. He's dropping that first sector. Brilliant turn 6. He's getting at it. He can go a little faster through that turn 7 until the middle of the corner. Nonetheless, I would count it on a positive turn 7. That was a good Stowe corner. Not Stowe, Kops. Now get them combinations right. Slow down, slow down. Yeah, he's a bit off the line there. 47.1 though. He's not doing everything wrong. Not at all. He is on the verge to get the 47s. And he's not doing optimal sorry, not optimal. I'm getting a bit of excitement here. He's not doing optimal Chapel corner. Third sector looks good. That is a 47. I'm pretty sure about that. 47.3. My goodness me. He is surprising myself. Wow. Mate, brilliant.
It's the 47.
47.4, man. You're only doing one thing I do not recommend. You go a little too quick through 12, and then you go in a wrong approach through 13, and that is costing you 1 or 2 tenths. If you get that right, man, 46s, like no joke. I'm so thrilled. I'm sorry guys, I'm a bit over enthusiastic right now. Of course, I did a 43.8. No one's ever expecting that from him right now. Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Brilliant! That is how you do it, man.
A little bit more like that. Only a little
yeah,
bit more
exactly.
simple.
That is exactly how you want to do it. If you get the lap together like this, 46s, that is a promise. He can do it. Yeah, once again guys, sorry I'm getting so overexcited, it's just... I'm thrilled. He is learning something in a good hour. And it takes himself half an hour to do some little practice. Very important, he decided to take a break. That is very important. Once you start, you're not getting it right, you're overdoing it and stuff. You do a break. He then watched me again. Found out the little details that are so important. And now he's on it. Now he's on it. He actually makes use of what he's learned and what he's seen, compares both of it together, and gets it absolutely right. 29.0, that is just half a tenth off his PB. Try not to downshift in third when being in the corner. Yeah, I got him off now. If you start out with fresh tires, you're gonna do it. So for turn 6, I can only recommend you can take fresh tires. That would make more sense. After that is the 5th lap you did now. For turn 6, I recommend stay in third until you like straighten up again, and shift down before turn 7, or you may even shift down on the exit of 6. But don't do it mid-corner, because you've just seen it, there is so much torque on the car, the engine brake's going to turn in and kick in, the coast is going to kick in, and it just makes the rear end snap. And you don't want to have that, because that just unsettles you on your approach to 7. And apart from that, please repeat that Maggots, Backets and Chapel complex, and you hit the 46s. That is, sounds easy, I know, but that is as easy as it is.
That's the only thing we have to do it.
Oh, this is so good to see the progress he's doing. I'm really proud of him. I was proud last time, but Jesus, I'm proud now. Yeah, so you need second gear for turn 7, as a second gear has higher revs, therefore more engine friction, therefore more braking and a little bit more rotation. That is why you take second in turn 7. And apart from that, just take your time. Final 5-6 laps, you can do it, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I wanted to get him over the 47s and have his victory moment, but considering the way he did the 47, and I want to see him get into the 46s. Because he just can do it. He is fully able to do it. And then we are just a good 3.5 seconds away from what I did, and the more he practices, the smaller the gap will get. And ooh, don't touch the curb. Okay. And it's not that is me being the ultimate target or the ultimate reference. It's just a reference where you would aim at. Oh, lovely, that turn 3. Turn 4, nearly just as lovely. Surely one of the better sector 1s. 29.0 at the latest, if not a good 28. 29.1. Unexpected. He's fallen back into bad habits right now.
I think I'm getting tired now.
Yeah, was just about to say fallen back into bad habits. Try to stick in third for turn 6 and then shift down for 7th. Yeah, shift down for turn 7. Try to focus for a last time in the next couple of 2 laps, and you're gonna do it. Remember your lines through here.
Yeah.
That one approach was really good. That one as well. That is 10 kph faster than what your average is. Just keep on performing that. Just keep on getting it out of your head and perform it on the track, and you will get into the 46s. Alright, Ben, you can do it. I'm very aware of that. Lovely, carrying the speed, letting the car just go, not over-forcing the car. And slow down enough. Yeah, very nice. Get on the accelerator. I could have done that a little more early. Oh, yeah. That screwed up 5 then. Yeah, I can see he's getting tired. Still a 29.4. He surely lost half a second only in turn 5.
I'm starting to make mistakes now that I usually don't make. I think it's that's it.
Okay, give me one final try and one final blow to your mind to get all the concentration out, and then I'm gonna release you. Don't start thinking about certain things, just concentrate and be aware of what you're doing and what you know you have to do. It would be so lovely if I could release you with a personal best.
Well, this is a personal best already.
I know, but personal best on the last lap. Anyway, good luck. Focus. Remind yourself of what you have to do and what you can do, and be aware of what you do, and you can do it. Yep, turn 1 good, turn 2 very good. Turn 3 just about good. Turn 4 a little too fast over the apex. Not too bad though, kept the refs up. Turn 5 well taken. Good sector 1. 29.0, he can really work with that. Keep it in 3rd here, keep it in 3rd, okay, fair enough. Get in 2nd, get back in 2nd. And he's tired. I can understand that. It's alright, dude. You've done a great job, man. Honestly. Really great job. So I'm gonna be right back in a minute, and then we can have a little discussion on it.
Yeah, okay, I'll just grab another cup of coffee.
Yeah, great. You guys have seen another episode of Simracing Academy. I'm not going to call it Simracing Academy. It's more like driving instruction. That is what I try to do here. That is what I try to give. Ben has actually improved a fair lot. So I have seen him doing 40... The camera being blurry. Here I am. Please focus. Hello. Maybe the picture is also cropped too big. Oh, there we go. So Ben has done a 48.8, as far as I'm aware, of 48.7, either of those two. I know he did that. I know he did it in the practice. So the net improvement this time, 1.5 seconds. I'm so mind blown by that 147.399 that I'm actually... Yeah, I'm speechless. I have to say I'm speechless. I did not really think about him being able to improve that much. And all I can tell you, he misses 90 thousandths from the personal best. So sector-wise, he would be doing a 147.310. That would be his ultimate best. So he's not far off that. So heads off. Ben, I hope you enjoyed it. You will get the consultancy report as it stands. Of course, this video is part of the consultancy report, and you're going to get your lap times out in a sheet where you can do a little bit of self-analysis. So that is what you usually get. I have to admit, this session has gone longer than it actually should have been. So usually those sessions have been done in a good 60 to 70 minutes. Right now, we went over for 2 hours, but it's just, you know, in his specific case, he's learning driving on a very new level, on a very new experience, so he needs to get the time to be able to adapt. He needs to get the time to be able to put everything together. He needs to be able to have the time to do mistakes, which is fairly important. You learn the most from your mistakes, you learn the most from your weaknesses, so therefore he needs the time. And you know, I could stop this like 70 minutes into the course and then say, okay, you go on alone from here onwards, but that would not give him the benefit it just did right now. Now he's come to a point where he's fatigued. He will settle down, he will sleep a night over it, he will go back to the PC tomorrow and go onto the 46s. I'm 100% sure of that, because that is something very important. You do a lot, you practice a lot, you work a lot, you might fail a lot, and you might get frustrated because things are not going the way you want to do it in the very minute. Chill out, relax, take a step back, 3-4 hours, sleep an entire night over it, and while night your brain is proceeding and processing all the new inputs that will come, and the next day you're going to have excess of to 20% of that, and that is going to make you go further. You go into the 46s, you do new mistakes, you're going to do more processing, you're going to get another 20% out of it, and the next night, and that is how you keep improving until you hit your personal barrier or physical barrier, whatever. So that is how this works. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Ben, I hope you enjoyed it very much. I got plans for you for the next session if you'd like. So that would be definitely having the Motec analyzation, because that is where you really see what is the difference between you and me. What are you doing very different to me? What I'm doing very different to you? Where does the big delta of 3.5 seconds at the minute come from? And that is what it is all about. That is where you're going to see the details, where you're going to do the adapted driving, and that is the next step for you to improve. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Michi Hoyer. Hope you enjoyed it. See you there next time. Goodbye.